Hello water signs, welcome to Timsy Naked Tarot. As you regular viewers may know, I'm doing a monthly overview because of the card setup and things. If you are new here, welcome, and this is a monthly overview for October. Let's have a little look-see at what could be coming for you this month. Okay, I've just pulled a rune out of my bag of runes, and there is 24 of them in there in total. All the runes are individual. They come from the Viking time. They're Norse runes, and they all have some sort of like spiritual meaning. You can tell the future with these things and all sorts of things. It's also the alphabet the ancient Norse used to use. Okay, so that's going to be the overall energy of the month. Out of there, we're going to get 5 cards, or 1 card for each of the 4 weeks of the month, and the last card being going the month or the week going into November. Out of there we get some clarifiers. All the cards have been pre-shuffled, so it's just a case of cutting them and shuffling them and just finishing it off. Okay, so we have got the rune of Wayu in reverse. Okay, I pronounced it a little bit wrong. It's actually Wunyu, not Wayu. Okay, in reverse, this is an indicator of unhappy times ahead. So generally speaking, October is going to be an unhappy month for most of you water signs. There could be conflicts and unexpected problems getting in your way this month, a lack of energy and interest and enthusiasm from you. There could be stress and anxiety, which are going to dominate your experiences throughout the month. Try to avoid making important decisions, and I don't know, try to disconnect from these things which are causing these problems. Sit down, have some you time, okay? Make some time for yourself, because that's what we have to do in this day and age. We have to make time for ourselves. So let's just get some cut cards out of here to help clarify this month for us. We've got a 3 of Swords, pain, sorrow, anguish I'm feeling off that particular 3 of Swords. Oh, and we got the Knight and Page of Swords coming out with a 10 of Wands. So we've got burdens, we've got disappointing and dramatic news coming your way, and it's all coming fast and furious. Okay, that's the Fast and Furious card for this read. And I don't mean the films. Right, okay, so let's have a little shuffle of them until we get the right shuffle, and then look at your weeks in a little bit more detail. Oh, getting that, there you go. First card out. 9 of Swords. Well, that's anxiety. Okay, so far, first week, playing up to what this rune is saying the whole month is going to be. Second card out. Week 2 is the 7 of Swords. Sorry, week 1. If you're only listening and not watching, week 1 was the 9 of Swords. Week 2 is the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is kind of like theft, being robbed one way or another. Now, this could be emotionally, this could be physically. Perhaps, possibly having to sneak around behind people's backs. That sort of energy. Oh, look, a glimmer of hope coming in the 3rd week, though, with the 10 of Cups. But this could be just a realization that what you thought was emotional fulfillment isn't. Okay. The 4 of Pentacles. Possibly, for a few of you, I feel that maybe you're getting a little bit of an extra cash injection on the 4th week of October. But for the bulk of you, it is like hanging on to situations past their best. And the 7 of Wands coming out at the end of all this for the last week of the month of October going into November is being defensive, basically defending your corner, defending what you believe is right. And just for a little tip bit for you there, we got the Temperance card at the bottom of the deck, which is just telling you, just be patient. Yeah, weather the storm. There will be a rainbow at the end of it. Okay, there always is. It could start midway through the month. Okay, it could be just the beginning of the month, which is a little bit of a shit for you. Okay, so let's have a look at this 9 of Swords. Let's get some clarifiers on, and that's definitely the shuffle because cards aren't wanting to go back in the deck and everything. Oh, okay, we're taking all of them. Fine. Okay, so we got the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is all about communications. Communicating one's feelings, or someone communicating their feelings to you, and perhaps you're not receptive to it. But maybe you have seen someone, you know someone, you want to tell them how you feel, and you're feeling a little bit anxious about it. But there have been things that have changed. It's funny, this was the opening clarifying card for the air signs as well. There are things changing. Things are coming to an end. Perhaps your anxiety is coming to an end. Perhaps it could be something totally unrelated, but it's opening up a new avenue, a new beginning for you. The Six of Pentacles there is talking about balance and bringing balance into your life. We got the Six of Swords. We got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, well, as I said just before getting all the clarifiers out for all this, it's a bit of a shitty month. It starts off bad. There's glimmers of hope in it. There's always a rainbow at the end of every storm, and that's what this card is here. You're going through a turbulent time at the moment, but there is a calmer, more stable place at the end of it. It will take a while to get there. That Temperance card I showed you, I wouldn't normally show the bottom card when I'm doing one of these reads, but I thought you needed to have a look at it. So the Temperance card is going to take a while. You have to be patient, but it will come good in the end. The Knight of Pentacles. We got the Four of Pentacles there and the Five of Wands as well, which is telling us that there is, like this one down here, there is this, for some of you, some sort of practical balance coming into play, but it's conflicting. It might be a case that it's practical to leave someone, but you don't want to, so you're getting this conflict with the Five of Wands as well. Across in all this, which doesn't surprise me in the least, is the Wheel of Fortune. We're all just going through a time of change. If I was just giving a general reading for this month for everyone, I would say this is a month where you're going to get a taster of what the crap's going to be like next year. Okay, so just a little heads up and a warning for you all there. But the Wheel of Fortune is just saying that times are changing, the energies are moving on in their cycle as they always do. For some of you, that will be getting better. For some of you, that will be getting worse. And in this particular month, for you water signs, it's generally getting worse, especially the beginning of it. Okay, so if you're already anxious, your anxiety levels are going to go up a bit. Now, I will put it out there, some of your anxiety and things are actually linked with space weather, and with our magnetic poles shifting, it's causing havoc with our magnetosphere, which is allowing this space weather to get to you a little bit more. Now, through meditation, you can raise your chakra levels and actually produce your own magnetosphere around yourself to help you with this. Go and research it, look it up on Google. I am not an expert on it, it's just things I have heard through various good sources. And yeah, go and strengthen your own human resonance. Right, okay, so the Seven of Swords and is being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Well, this is the Seven of Swords. It feels like somehow work is ripping you off. Well, that's okay, water signs. That happens all the time. If it ain't work, it's the government. If it ain't the government, I'm sure there's someone else there who's wanting a pound of flesh and a bit of your money. But in this particular case, the Eight of Pentacles is indicating work. This is all linked with work for you this particular week. You might be working hard and work is stealing your time with that Seven of Swords. It's putting you into a way of thinking. For some of you, this is, I have to work, I have to work, I have to work to pay the bills, pay the bills, pay the bills. Yeah, you're not seeing much money out of it. You're literally earning just about enough to pay all the bills. You feel like you're being robbed left, right and centre by everyone who can actually have access to your finances. It could be in a relationship as well. Perhaps someone at work is leaving on the second week of October and you feel like you're being robbed of a friend or a colleague. and that's putting you into a different frame of thinking with that Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, though, is if you think of a figure of 8 and it goes round and round and round and round, it's an infinity symbol standing upwards. Okay, that's your thinking. You keep going over the same thing. If it's not a case of you're doing it all in one little tight circle or a tight infinity symbol, it's a big one. You're going to start thinking about your work and how it feels like things are being stolen from you. Again, if this is something you do in a bit of a cycle, yes, you're coming back into that cycle. Okay, crossing all this is the Queen of Wands. This is telling us you will be putting a brave face on it. You won't be letting many people know about your emotions and how you are feeling about all this. Like a good old water sign, you're just going to soldier on through it. Okay, maybe even shoulder on through it. Who knows? Right, the 10 of Cups. Let's have a little look-see at that. Emotional fulfillment. This is things starting to pick up for you. Well, the universe is really spitting a lot out for you this month, aren't they? We got the 10 of Wands, we have got the 5 of Swords, and we have got the 2 of Wands coming out for this. Okay, so as I said, this emotional fulfillment, the 10 of Cups, first of all, it's a 10. It's indicating there is a new beginning. Possibly this 4 of Pentacles down there. There is some sort of new beginning, or at the very least something coming to an end. It's a 10. You don't have an 11 of Cups or a 12 of Cups in the tarot. You only go up to 10. And we've also got a 10 of Wands. This is the backup from the clarifiers that something's coming to an end. There is a new beginning on the horizon. And as I said right at the beginning of this, at the end of every storm, there is rainbow. If not, at least sunshine, okay, to dry things up or melt the snow. But what you perceived as emotional fulfillment, maybe last week, last month, last year, who knows, maybe 10 years ago, I don't know. But what you are in and you perceive as emotionally fulfilling, this is happy, this makes me happy and all that, it's also making you very worn down with burdens, okay? It's a bit of a self-sabotagement. You're letting it happen. Okay, like this 8 of Swords over here, being trapped in that way of thinking and going through those cycles, you're doing exactly the same with your emotions as well as your thinking. You're going through these emotional cycles with someone or something. Yes, you may love it for a little while, but then it gradually grinds on you, that 10 of Wands, and wears you down. Each time it does it, it wears you down a little bit more. Each time you come out of it and you bring it back up to that 10 of Cups, the 10 of Cups aren't quite as shiny. They're a little bit more tarnished. It's not quite the same emotional fulfillment as it was, but you're letting it go on and on and on with the 5 of Swords, and you're sabotaging yourself in it. You're getting to the point where you have to make a choice. You're at a crossroads. It's, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep being dragged through the mud like this and then to stand up at the end of it and dust myself off and pretend everything's fine. Okay, the 8 of Cups. In this month, you may not actually make the move, but I think and feel a lot of you are going to be deciding to make the move. The 8 of Cups is all about movement. Now, this could be a holiday. Perhaps you've just been slogging through your work year and you've decided enough's enough. I need a break. I'm going on holiday. It could be literally turning your back on a whole way of life, a whole job, maybe even your family and your friends and your loved one, and going it alone. Too. So it's from one extreme to the other with that 8 of Cups, but it is definitely moving away from something which is not fulfilling you as much as it used to. It's broken, it's not working, and you're wanting and hunting and looking for something which is gonna be better for you. Yeah, that old 10 of Cups, yeah, that's old. I want new 10 of Cups. I'm fed up with drinking that stale water in there. I want fresh water. Okay, the 9 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups. Okay, so come the end of the month, or near the end of the month, the fourth whole week of the month, we got this 4 of Pentacles, which is buried underneath the universe puking over my table right at the start of this read. The 4 of Pentacles is an energy of, like, sometimes it's greed, sometimes it's just hanging on to things past their best. Could be hoarding. Perhaps you're, I don't know, like myself, feeling this urge that you need to prepare for something. So you're starting to get into a nesting mentality, bringing things in closer to you, checking your finances, making sure you've got enough money, saving up for this, that, and the other, prepping for another want of the word. Okay, with the Nine of Cups there, the Nine of Cups is telling us that there is an element of emotional fulfillment. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's something to do with your emotions in action. Okay, so you have got emotional fulfillment there. Your emotions are getting fulfilled by taking these actions, and that's why it's emotional, because it's your emotions in motion. You're actually taking steps into doing whatever this is making you feel good. The Three of Cups is telling us that there will be communication going on about all this as well. There will be bonding groups, support groups. It's communication on a big scale, getting onto social medias and joining up to chat groups and things like that. This isn't like a one-on-one individual scale. This is why the Three of Cups sometimes gets confused as third parties within love actions. But generally speaking, it's really more about communication. It's actually about rejoicing and partying as well. Communication in groups. Okay. So that's what that is all about. Oh, pardon me. The Knight of Wands there coming out as a crossing card for this. This is something you're passionate about, and you're driving forward to get that passion. And again, I have to put it out there, the energy is there somewhere. For some of you, okay, you are dealing with someone who's a bit of a player. They're out to get what they want, and they are seeing someone else, okay, as well as you. Now, chances are you actually know this, but you're just turning a blind eye to it. It could even be all this crap up here, okay? And so, and underneath that is a Fool. There's a new start. I talked about all these new starts over here, and here it is. This Fool would be crossing that. So when I initially said this is all about you being emotionally passionate to it, and you're driving forward to fulfill your passion, there it is, the new start. This is something you haven't really worked on before, okay? And so let's see what October into November is going to give out for you. Obviously, if you live in England, it'll give you fireworks night, perhaps. I haven't changed my calendar over yet. Okay, so it's pretty good. You are defending your corner with that Seven of Wands. Okay, you're defending the new Ten of Cups you have found. That's the old one. That's the tarnished one. That's the one that causes you burdens and things. This is the new one. This is the new one you've moved towards. It's also, you, for some of you, you are defending the fact that you are moving away from the old one. Okay, this is, for some of you, the old one, which you're moving away from. Now, this, as I said here, I said this might not be the week you make the move, but it's the week you decide to. And it might, for some of you, only literally take you maybe 10 to 14 days to make that move as well, to get out of it, cut your losses and go and start something new. Again, it's a 10. It's indicating there is a new start. And I feel that this particular new Ten of Cups for you, your new passion and ultimate fulfillment, is spurring off this night. It is all linked to whatever you're doing that week before the end of October, okay? And you're moving into it with everything you have got. Oh, geez, crossing that is the world. It's a big, new, huge start for you. It's not just like an Ace of Pentacles, which is a slow build up, or an Ace of Wands, which could be something good and fiery and passionate, but could also just as easily fizzle out and have nothing happen from it. It's all of them. It's going to be passionate. It's going to be somehow financially beneficial for you. It's going to be loving to a certain extent. And when I say loving, do remember there is more than one type of love in the world. It doesn't mean that it's going to be a new partner and all that. It just means you might not find new friends that you love like friends, or maybe you find and rekindle a love with a long lost sibling, something like that. Okay, and there's a whole new truth to it. This is the whole new you, and you're revealing that truth to everyone else come the end of October, going into November. So my water signs, that is your month in a nutshell. which is a little bit more than a nutshell, but hey ho, it's starting off a little bit crappy for you, giving you a taste of what 2024 is going to be. But then, I don't know, I feel taste of 2024, taking steps to combat it. Okay, so that is your month. Hopefully throughout the month this will resonate with you, and if it does, feel free, just do pop back onto my channel, whack in a comment, let me know. I like to get the clarifications that my reads are actually right for someone in the world. Okay, if you like this channel, don't forget to give me a like and a thumbs up. If you didn't like this channel, or if you didn't like this reading, you can always give me a thumbs down. That's fine as well. So it's your choice. At the end of the day, all this is just what the universe has thrown out there energetically for you to make the choice about. You don't have to do all any of this. Yeah, you could go and do something totally different on the first week and have a totally different outcome at the end of the week or end of the month. All entirely up to you. But currently, this is basically what the universe is saying. I'm throwing at the water signs. If you want to share this out, that is fantastic as well. And if you do like my style and my channel, please feel free, join the tarot team, hit the subscribe button, and welcome aboard. Until the next time you're watching one of my videos, I hope you have a good month.